Good afternoon. I think I'm still Peter Goodman. I'll try to be brief. A couple of things. First of all, I want to suggest to my friend Juan that we can fight fentanyl addiction and gun addiction, as well as trying to have police accountability while treating the police officers themselves right. Police accountability has been mentioned. I've talked individually with you folks, and I know that you care about it. Collectively, this city council, whether it's because of the mayor or otherwise, is not treating police accountability, the epidemic of police killings, questionable police killings, as the red alert that I think it is. I'll address briefly three small pieces of the picture. One is being told that maybe we're not going to have the promised work session. It's unclear, but if we don't, that's just plain wrong. Mentioned this to one of you, but in terms of transparency, at a point where the Sun News and I and others were having trouble getting video from people's video cameras, the police officers, somebody at the police or somebody at the city put out a propaganda video to try to make it look like, oh, this wasn't a big deal. It was kind of inept. I'd be mad if I were a city councilor, and I'd want to know who was doing that, because it's just the opposite of any kind of transparency or proper dealing with your citizens. I'll also note for the record that I've made extensive efforts to try to have lunch or some other conversation with your police chief, and he is either too busy or too frightened or whatever it may be. But you know, I tried for months, and I'm still interested in doing that. I realize I'm unwelcome, but give it a try if you ever have a moment. I also want to say very quickly, recent column, I addressed the 5th floor at MMC. I hope that you folks have formally told MMC that they're in violation of the contract by not having the 5th floor psych ward open, and that you will take action. I'm assured that they are going to correct it. I hope they will. But if I were you, I'd also get my ammo ready. And finally, leaf blowers are still the worst, stupidest polluting thing in the world, and your folks ought not to be walking around using them. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Goodman. Anybody in the 8th row, I think, go ahead and make your way down. And Councilor Flores has a question for you, Mr. Goodman.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Peter, for being here today. I'm not familiar with that feel-good propaganda that you referred to. Where is it? I'm not a...
I'll try to send you a copy, but they put out a video.
Who's they?
The city.
The city.
And I'll try to track down exactly where I got it from, and I'll ask the folks at Sun News. But basically, it just sort of showed the police officer driving there and blah-de-da-da, and it showed him yelling to put down the weapon, but it stopped before the actual shooting. And it basically, it's not necessary. I don't know that it says anything specifically untrue or lying, but the mood of it is, no big thing. And I'm just thinking, when we're trying to get, people who are either news media or otherwise concerned citizens, are trying to get the actual police video and learn the facts. Somebody's wasting time doing that. That should be the officer's criminal defense attorney, if he's ever charged. But I will try to get you the more specific information.
If you could get it to all of us, I can't speak for my colleagues, but it'd be great to see, and then to also determine the source of that.
Thank you.
And thank you, Mr. Goodman.
And thank you all for being here and for what you do. I know that it's wearing.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Councillor Flores, go ahead, come, please.